Established Titles. This company apparently sponsors many content creators, and allegedly this company is being accused of scamming people. There's this individual by the name of Scott Schaefer that says so, and I'm going to go ahead and show you a bit of that clip.
Seen a sponsorship from the company Established Titles. Now, despite glowing reviews from some of YouTube's largest and most trusted creators, this company is a complete scam.
Again, his name is Scott Schaefer, and I'm going to link a video down below so you guys can go check out his video. It's a very interesting watch. Go ahead and watch that. And as I was watching this, it made me curious. I wanted to know if there was other content creators talking about this. There are multiple content creators that have already spoken about this topic a while back, and the oldest video that I found was by this individual by the name of Neil, who made a video about this company 2 years ago. Which, by the way, if this company is proven to scam people out of their money and pretending to plant trees, then I really have to give it to this guy, because he saw this 2 years before this thing started blowing up. With that being said, I want to go ahead and show you guys a list of content creators that apparently were sponsored by this company. Now, if you take a look at this list and you pause it, you will see that there are many notable names like Graham Stephan, Some Ordinary Gamer, Mudahar, The Quartering, Spencer Cornelia. They got Philip DeFranco. No, don't let it be true. They got Philip DeFranco. They got Dr. Mike, Moon, Jay Aubrey. They got Jay Aubrey, Patrick CC. They got Patrick. They got my boy Patrick. So as you can see, they ended up getting so many creators. And here's the thing, man. I know that there's gonna be a lot of people out there that are gonna start blaming the content creators, like, oh, well, you guys should have done research. Actually, I do agree with you guys. I think that they should have done research, because I just typed up is Established Titles an alleged scam, and a lot of these content creators popped up talking about this company. However, I will say this, okay? It's not enough to just type up if something is a scam or an alleged scam, or even if you're looking up a content creator to see if they are a reliable person, because there's always going to be people out there who are going to go against the current that you're surfing on. So that's not always a reliable source to vet a company. So it does take time to figure out whether certain companies are scams or not, or alleged scams, or if people are reliable or not. Nonetheless, I do think that they should have done their research further into each company that they're sponsored by, because apparently, according to Mudahar, this isn't just one of the companies that they're going to cut ties with. It's multiple companies. So yeah, having a team, I think it's fair to say that you should have done a bit more research. However, I'm not going to take it all out onto a content creator, because people make mistakes. We're human after all. However, if you are a content creator, I would kind of just put you a little bit more on top of a average person, because you do have a following, and whatever you promote or whatever you say, people are going to hang on to it or are going to consume it. So I think it's absolutely important that you vet your sources or the companies that you guys are going to promote, or better yet, promote sponsorships that you actually use. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys just a bit as to why this company is being accused of being a scam. So I'm going to go ahead and play a bit of Scott Schaefer.
And before we put the final nail in the coffin, I think it's safe to say that they are a scam. They don't actually sell you any land, and they have no right to bestow a title of Lord or Lady to you. Now, the final issue I want to bring up is the fact that they say that they plant trees with every purchase, and that by buying one of their plots of land, you are saving the woodlands by buying it and preventing its use for other means. Now, Established Titles does not plant any trees, despite what their YouTube sponsors tell you. The only thing Established Titles does is donate money to an actual tree planting company called One Tree Planted. On top of that, they have never provided any evidence that they are actually donating money to back up their claims. So basically, you have to take the company's word that they are really donating money to plant trees. On top of that, if you really wanted to plant trees, you could save yourself some money by not buying a scam plot of land and just give your money directly to One Tree Planted.
So that's the alleged scam. So that's pretty interesting. So like I said, I highly recommend you guys check out that video by Scott Schaefer. It's a very, very interesting video. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and talk about Some Ordinary Gamer. And the reason why I want to talk about Some Ordinary Gamer is because he's actually one of the reasons, one of my inspirations as to why I started a commentary channel. However, according to Some Ordinary Gamer, he said that he's going to go ahead and just cut ties with all of these companies that he has no knowledge of.
I'm simply making this video to notify you that we are cutting any ties with any sponsorships that have been called out in the last few days, simply because we feel that it's the right thing to do, or I really feel it's the right thing to do. Personally, I haven't really even been talking to as many people as I should have. I've literally woken up and just been on, like, you know, just research and management mode, if you will.
He also took full responsibility, and which I thought was pretty, like, dude, like, you're going above and beyond, which is what I like to see. He said he's gonna donate whatever money he made from these sponsorships. He's gonna round it up and he's gonna donate that to actual companies that deal with reforestation.
You know, I think apologizing is one thing, all right? Saying, oh, I'm sorry, okay, let's call it a day. But I'm looking through our accounting for all the money we've ever been sent by any of these sponsorships that have been called out. And we're going to be taking that money, rounding it up, and donating it to these reforestation charities ourselves, okay? Just because it's the right thing to do, all right? Unfortunately, the damage has been done. I've probably pissed off a few of you, and, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to have to work really hard regaining that trust that we've had, and I've unfortunately burned because of a bad sponsorship deal. Again, entirely on me. But to try to make it right, we'll, you know, give as much money as we can to, or whatever we've had, to specific charities and try to see where we go on from there, all right?
Now, in theory, this sounds like a good idea on paper. However, I also think that this can also be a double-edged sword. And the reason why I say that is because, think about it, he's setting the standard, right? As to how you're supposed to, not how you're supposed to react in a situation like this, but I feel like because he wants to go ahead and make these donations, now we're kind of holding other content creators to the standard. Now, of course, we don't have to do that, but this is the internet. This is the people. When they see one person doing something like this by wanting to donate to reforestation charities, I feel like that kind of puts this expectation on people, and now they are going to look at other content creators who have also been affected by this, and they're going to look at them and be like, all right, so Mutahar is donating. What about you? Are you going to donate? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. That's, like, it sounds very characteristic for sure, but I just don't know how it's gonna look on other content creators. But then again, who knows? We don't know how. People are very unpredictable, so we really don't know how people are gonna react. People make mistakes all the time. Mutahar is obviously gonna make more mistakes in the future, and I think he said that this isn't gonna happen again, which I believe that you never know. There's people out there who are really good at scamming people, and I'm not saying that Established Titles is scamming people, but what I am saying is that there's probably going to be somebody out there who knows how to sell a certain product to somebody. Even if you've been frauded before, don't think that it's going to take the same approach. It's always going to take a different shape or form, and you're most likely not going to see it coming. So again, I think that he might do something like this in the future again, but I'm not trying to say that he's a terrible person or that he has an IQ below 100 or whatever the case is. What I'm trying to say is that we're human. We get bamboozled every single time. And I think that holding somebody to a high standard, saying, oh, well, you're supposed to be careful, you're supposed to do research, I feel like that kind of just negates a person of being human. And we have to understand that we all make mistakes. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think people are going to react a certain way? Do you think people are going to build this expectation towards other content creators to also match that same standard? Let me know what you guys think.